really helpful and useful information there. But it is worth at this point mentioning here that the BBC is offering a dedicated stream of the Queen's lying in state for those who want to pay their respects but maybe can't come into London or who are physically unable to queue. It's on the BBC homepage, BBC News website and app, on iPlayer, BBC Parliament and the red button. So no shortage of places to see it if you should so wish. Well, away from what's happening here in central London, there's been no shortage of tributes, including one family in their own unique way. Sharon Barber is with them in Hounslow.
Stand by, they've lost it.
Well, we were hoping to speak to Sharon Barber with a family in Hounslow, and the reason was, I may as well tell you, there was a huge mural that I think the whole family had painted together, and we were going to talk to the family, and it was their way of paying tribute, as so many people, families up and down the country and the capital have done in their own way. Well, let's head instead to Southend, because one choir there is having a special practice. Thomas McGill is with them, hopefully, and can tell us more.
I am indeed, Rose. Yes, I'm gate crashing the Southend Vox choir this evening here in Essex. Liz is on the piano. Kate and the others are rehearsing. About 40 people are here tonight rehearsing. But the question is, why am I? Well, the choir was part of a huge celebration back in June to mark the Jubilee in Priory Park, along with lots of other performers. And it was a big event for them. And tonight, the choir is back together as one since Thursday, since the Queen died. Well, let's speak to Kate McHugh, the musical director. Kate, thank you for chatting to us. Just in hindsight, just reflect on how important being part of that big Jubilee celebration was.
Gosh, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful to be part of that celebration. Looking back, it was just such a momentous occasion. We had a brass band join us. We sung a complete repertoire of British music, and it was just one of those moments that we'll remember forever, I think, as a choir. It was so special.
Certainly a real tribute to her.
It really was a tribute to her, and we were so lucky to be joined by a huge amount of people from the local community. Hundreds and hundreds of people turned out, waving Union Jack flags, dancing around with us. I think she would have been very proud.
Well, I hope she got to see it.
Yeah.
Let's speak to some of those women who were actually on the stage that evening. Kate's getting back to rehearsing here. And first of all, we have got the lovely Jenny. Jenny, first of all, what was it like to be on stage that day, and what does the Queen mean to you?
Oh, well, it was a very emotional event for us. I think it was the first one that our local MP, new MP, and the Firth came to, and it was lovely to all be together and really celebrate such a momentous occasion. And I think the Queen has a little meaning to everyone, doesn't she? Everyone.
And she's got a special meaning to you, very briefly.
Oh. When I was very young, as a young brownie, we went for a day trip to London, and we happened to be just passing Buckingham Palace as we realised that she was getting into the car and leaving. So we all did our brownie guide salute, and she waved especially to us, and it was a very special moment.
Honestly, since Thursday, we've heard so many lovely stories like that from our viewers. It's been lovely. Well, Emily, we've already seen how music and singing has been an important part of today, and it's going to continue until Monday. You must see the power of music on a regular basis. What do you think people will get from singing and from the music we're going to hear?
Absolutely. Well, we know that music is a great way of bringing everybody together. We know that it releases endorphins, it makes you feel good. There's a reason why we've got hymns that we sing at funerals, even when it's a sombre occasion. It's a really lovely way for everybody to feel united and also feel good.
Fantastic. Well, in the last few minutes, in the last 30 minutes or so, the choir have just learnt that they are going to be part of a huge celebration with other choirs on Sunday evening, a commemoration. So Joe and Natalie, what's it going to be like to be part of that special moment on Sunday?
It will be incredibly special. I mean, as a choir, you get to do so many amazing things like this to honour really special occasions. Obviously, a very sad occasion, but I think, you know, with music, you can bring people together and unite in that grief and be able to celebrate in a special way.
And I'm sure you feel the same, Natalie. Yeah?
Absolutely, we're honoured to be able to. We're a small community group, and we're honoured to be able to take part in the Southend City's celebration of the Queen's life.
Fantastic. Ladies, thank you so much, and gentlemen, for allowing us in this evening. Well, please stay with us until the end of tonight's programme, because we will be hearing them play us out with Jerusalem, and I've heard the choir rehearse it, and it really is quite special and quite moving. But for now, back to Riz in central London.
Thanks very much, Thomas. Yes, we will look forward to that. And back here in central London, if we just swing the camera around, we can see the queue to file past the Queen's coffin moving slowly. You might be able to hear someone, a volunteer there, just giving people advice what to do. At this point, they need to, make sure they have no liquids, etc. So this is the point at which they are getting very, very close to the airport-style security. And as we heard earlier, there are strict rules about what they can bring in with them and what they can wear. We can also see a bit of activity going on behind us here. And we've been speaking to people in the queue, and interestingly, some of them say, well, we came this morning, we've already been in, and they describe the atmosphere in the queue as, queue buddies, very, very friendly, very, very respectful, and I'm sure as it goes on for the next 4 days, we will be hearing much more from them. And on that note, can I just say thank you so much to any of you who have sent in your memories of the Queen. We have loved hearing and seeing your photos and videos. Do please keep them coming in. You can email us hello@bbclondon@bbc.co.uk. Hello, BBC London @bbc.co.uk. Well, what a difference a day makes. Yesterday I was standing with an umbrella. Today the sun has come out. Let's get a check on the weather with Elizabeth.
Riz, actually, it's Simon King here, but hello. Yeah, you're right. Yesterday, what a difference. We had that rain across London. Not very pleasant for those queuing yesterday. This morning started off rather cloudy as well, but that cloud broke up and we've had some sunny spells. It's been a lovely end to the day. And of course, now in London with those clear skies. Now, it is going to turn colder over the next few days. You can see this blue here on the air mass picture. That's just filtering southward across the UK. Higher pressure to the west, low pressure to the east, and that brings us a northerly wind. So that's what we'll notice over the coming days. But as we go through this evening and tonight, there'll be some cloud in the sky, but it should stay largely dry as we go into tomorrow morning. Not much going on really. Temperatures down to about 11 to 14 degrees Celsius, so still on the relative mild side. Now, for tomorrow, again, there'll be a bit of cloud around in the morning, but that should break up and there'll be some sunny spells developing. You notice 1 or 2 showers just coming into the east of Greater London. I think for central London, it should remain dry. However, just be aware that we could well see 1 or 2 showers drifting in. Temperatures about 18 or 19 degrees Celsius. On into Friday, we've still got this area of high pressure to the west, low to the east. The isobars just a bit closer together on Friday, and that means it's going to be a little bit windier, and that wind, of course, is coming in from the north. So you'll probably feel a difference in the temperatures. But again, on Friday, looking at lots of sunshine across Greater London. 1 or 2 showers, they should just stay towards the east throughout the day. Temperatures, though, look at that, they are lower. 15 to maybe 17 degrees Celsius. And of course, there's a lot of focus at the moment for London and of course that queue. It's looking dry in the outlook up into the bank holiday Monday and the Queen's State funeral. Temperatures by day, about 17 to 19 degrees Celsius. But as I mentioned, it'll be overnight where those temperatures could drop fairly low. So it might turn quite chilly. You might want to bear that in mind if you are going to be joining the queue.
Simon, thank you very much indeed for the weather there. And that is all from us this Wednesday evening, a stone's throw from Westminster Hall, where Her Majesty the Queen is now lying in state until her funeral on Monday. It has been an historic day here in the capital, and one that will live long in the nation's memory. We leave you now with the sound of the Southend Vox Choir and their tribute to the Queen. Good night.